Now then, since I need to do this test anyway, I have decided that might be a good opportunity to do this just about now. So we can get the training out of the way. We can get some live testing done. Give me a second to load my windows and then I will explain in further detail what I have planned and why we are here and not somewhere completely else. Because that is what we should be doing right now, but alas, not it. And let me see this load. Hola! Oh, it's a little druid. Hello there. A little Swedish druid. How are you on this finest of days? Well, in some degree, at least. After all, it is Sunday, which means Monday is on its way. Much to my chagrin, as it's also gonna be another long week. You see, my partner, the dearest of business partners, he's sick. And he has been sick the whole fucking last week. He's still sick. Which means all the work next week, once again, lies on my puny little shoulders. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I got a lot of this too. Well, I mean, I guess we can suffer together. Nice and easy. Now, let's change over to the actual game. I mean, the week until now, the week that we still have, that we are still on Sunday, was already a pain in the ass, and next week is not looking any better, so streaming will probably be a bit short and sweet, but it gives me the opportunity to maybe, potentially, finally, actually finish up this little game here. Not that I'm any rush to finish this, mind you, I just kind of want to open up a few slots time-wise, and leaving this hanging in the final chapter kind of feels, you know, a bit bad. Now then, first we start with explanations, after, you know, a broad, nice hello to everybody, potentially. And then we explain why the fuck we're here, and not playing some good old-fashioned Heart of Iron 4 with the Kronos. Well, that's easy to explain. The Kronos has personal reasons, namely a sick wife, and as such, she is not able to play with us today, and so I decided to do something else. And the choices were basically between, well, this and playing Heart of Iron on my very lonesome. I decided, as you can see, towards this one. For a good reason. Namely, I want to do a bit of a test run. Or something. Now. That requires some explanation, so I will give you that explanation beforehand. As that is only, you know, fair and dandy as far as I'm concerned. You see, the final chapter, and well, that's something that we have done throughout all of this game. We have followed the little stories of the little NPCs in every chapter so far. We'll put this into... Where's just the right button? Where's just the right button, game? Is it this button? Is it this button? Is it this button? Okay, from the good old Roland all the way back there to Bose to Ruan to Zeiss. We have talked quite literally with every available NPC after every available event to get the most of the story out of it, basically speaking. And that worked rather splendidly so far. But here comes the problem. We are now, as you can see, in Grand Cell. That is the capital area. This nice little kingdom of Liber, and well, as you would as you would expect from the capital city, it is chock full of people, quite literally. I'm going off memory here because I don't remember completely, but if memory serves, the main city itself has, put it mildly, fucking 4 bloody areas, just city blocks basically, plus Sanctime Gate to the south, plus the Garuna Gate to the east, which also have changing dialogue. Which means that, yeah, whenever I progress, I have a vast, long list of people I would need to talk to. Now, I have been threading with this one for a while. Actually, I looked up other people trying to do this and going like, yeah, you really should think about doing it in the final chapter. So nobody's really willing to do it much, for good reason. Because, well, it's gonna take a lot of time. So I have been fretting for many an episode about how the freaking fuck are we gonna do this. Going by my usual MO seems a bit of a pain in the ass, so do I wanna change it? On one hand, yes, on the other hand, I hate changing things right in the middle. And, well, so what I'm gonna try and test, more or less, today, is how long it actually takes to get a whole run through the city, basically, and talk with everybody. Then add a few minutes for, you know, running down to the 2 gates, and talk with the people there. That shouldn't take that much, because there are not that many people. So I can get a nice little overview, because if it's within an hour, deal with you moving right map when you go left. Oh, that. That's because the map is actually turned the wrong way around. See? Basically the map should be ordered north, because then I move left when I move left. If I turn it southwards, however, then it moves in the opposite directions. Bit confusing to be fair, but well. Because you see, the actual map is always sorted northwards. So if I turn this one, the actual camera, and move around, it changes how the thing moves on the minimap. It's one of those things that can get you really confused once in a while, which is why you're technically supposed to be having the map, or the camera at least, sorted towards the north most of the time, so you can actually navigate on your map precisely, but nah. You can do it like this too. A bit confusing. But alas. Is there anything else? No. I'm just going to see how long this takes and see what happens, basically. And now, without much further ado, actually there will be one further ado, namely me taking a few drags on my peep. A little peepo. Because this is going to be interesting. It also means that a lot of smaller episodes will be very heavily conversation focused, which is... I mean, it's fine for myself, playing it like this. I enjoy it, because I enjoy the little stories of the NPCs in this game. They really did good with the world building. But I will blatantly assume that some people might not find it the most of exciting of entertainment they could find, to what it might be. Oh well. Also, of course, once we have finished this one, never say never, there is actually a second one to this, and there's a good reason for why there's a second one to this one, because the ending of this one, and I can tell you this much without giving you any spoilers, is a fucking cliffhanger. And quite cliffhanger, actually. Which means if I never play this, I would feel kinda bad for the people, actually. Well, I mean, no, because the advice of just play it yourself is kinda going against what I'm doing here, doesn't it? Hey, you could play along, technically speaking. But, yeah, that will come at some part. The problem with that is, the second game is even larger. There's even more context in it, there's even more conversation, even more NPC stories, and yes. Well, you could apply a system like only talk to the people that actually have, you know, little portraits and stuff. Potentially, but alas, I'm not much a fan of half measures anyway. Either do it or don't. Now then, now we can go to the city. Ugh. Jesus Christ, there was a lot of talking just to get started. But hey. All in due time, all in due time. Well, this city is freaking huge. You have no idea how huge the city is. That used to take me here a long time ago. But was it really this big then? That is the biggest city in the kingdom. You need to remind me of that, you're sure. Grunsill Castle is just past the main road. That's where the Queen lives. Understandable. There's also the Grunsill Cathedral, the Grand Arena, and all the embassies for the surrounding nations. You don't say. You sure know a lot about the city. You must have been here before, right? Yes. When I was little. But how many times I see it, the city still amazes me with its beauty. Purely in terms of scale, I believe the Imperial or Republican capitals are larger. Pretty sure the capital city of the Empire at least has, what was it, like 850,000 people living there or something? Close to a million, basically. And I think Grunsill has a lot, less comparatively speaking. I think they're pretty damn happy if they come up to, like, I don't know, 200, 300,000. Neither feels as elegant, refined as Grunzel does. Debatable, that one. I'm glad to hear it. It's nice to hear a foreigner complimenting our home country. Reminds me, what do you plan to do now, Professor? Are you going to be okay with staying in a hotel? I have something else in mind. I need to go back the folks at the History Museum. Oh, cool. Ansel has one of those. I find ancient artifacts and put them on display there. Yes, and I'm staying there as a guest associate member. You should stop by to visit if you get a chance. It seems awfully formal for my tastes. You come by. Are you going to give us a bunch of lessons? As you wish, then I shall certainly do my best. Suddenly looks evil. I will teach you, if you like it or not. Just kidding. I do think that checking out all the exhibits would be fun. Now, if you'll excuse me. Off he goes. Finally we're rid of one NPC. Fighting with an NPC is a pain in the ass. Yeah. Well, he's just as happy-go-lucky as ever. This guest associate thing though. Is he a famous scholar or something? Yes, most likely. Now, we should probably stop in at the local guild branch before we do anything else. Not only do we need to change our branch affiliation, we can discuss there how to approach delivering the professor's message. Yeah, you're right. Thinking about it, how are we even going to get an audience with Her Majesty anyway? There's no way it'll be as simple as just walking up to the castle and saying hi. You can try, but I would kinda assume your success chances are somewhat on the lower end. Because you know, if they would let any bloody freaking idiot in, that would probably not speak well of the Royal Guard now, would it? Now then. Start with this nice little main road, shall we? I missed the time when I could count the NPCs on basically my fingers. Hello, you step right up. Where can I get you? Good, let's see it. I know all of those already. Good. Step right up. You got crabs of all kinds. Don't be creeped out by them. They won't bite, but you will. Are you sure about that? I guess everything needs its own little slogan. I don't know that recipe yet. It's something we can deal with. Yeah, that's right. If you don't hurry, you won't be able to get good seats. Hey, where's my ticket? I don't know. What ticket are you even talking about? Oh yeah, actually, that's the primary rounds of the thingy, the... Yes, language is difficult, the grand tournament they're holding. Yes, language is difficult, don't judge me. Yeah, I'll take that. How many recipes do I have, actually? I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty sure I missed one in one of the previous chapters, and when you do that, you can't get it at any point later, so it's fucked anyway. If you want an achievement for completing your recipe book, well, don't do like me. Hi, this is your first time in Grunzel. It is split into 4 districts, or blocks. In the South block, you'll find the Bracer Guild, as well as a variety of shops. The North block has the Royal Hotel, the biggest in the country. Just beyond that, farther north is the castle itself. The West block has the Grand Cathedral, as well as the main offices of the DBR News. Over in the East block are all the embassies, the arenas, and all the general goods stores for the city. How very informative of you. I want to see the inside of the castle. What is this? Come all the way with my little honeypot. You can't even get into the castle. What the fuck? Why were you expecting that you could just enter the castle? This looks bad. You're just as completely and totally busted. With the tournament in full swing like this, these block streets are packed. But it'll be about time for the preliminaries to start. This is Grunzel's main avenue. I walk this road every day. That's splendid of you, I suppose. Take a look. This upper one is the Bracer Guild, so we kind of want to avoid this one because that is going to progress the story. Fisherman's Guild. Welcome, friends, to the Fisherman's Guild. Oh wow, there's a guild for you guys. Indeed, it is. There be giant fish in the waters around these parts. We call them guardians, and they wriggle. They dive all through the waters of the Bell. It's our job, nay, our sacred duty, to find these elusive, unseen giants. Best them in a battle of lures, reels, and wits. LRW for short. Aha. Oh, you guys like fishing then? I mean, fishing's alright, I guess. Seem very, dedicated to your hobby. Fair point. We fulfill our existence by traveling the width and breadth of the Bell, snatching marine life from every corner of it. We spread the joys of fishing, hold introductory seminars, and sell our handmade gear. We've even begun lobbying the Queen to create a fund to help protect our fishing locations. Well, you guys clearly are really into this, like, scary into it. True Society for Fishermen. You guys are actually pretty impressive. Like to join us. There's a small examination, but otherwise, it's just a matter of adding your names to our rooster. In permanent ink. Thanks. Yeah, it really does sound fun, but we're kind of got things to do right now, just, you know, fix. Shame. You have the eyes of master anglers. As you would say, I can see it in the angles of your retiness. Change of heart, please come back anytime. We're already and eager for new recruits. What a lovely little game is this, isn't it? Is it, Mr. Fisher? Well, a very fitting name. It's a consummate professional. The rest of us would kill for that last name. Understandable. It's the one who founded our organization to preserve our methods for future fishermen. Call him Fishing Baron. I mean, there's a Red Baron, so well, I guess why not a Fishing Baron? Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. Oh, hey. What's wrong? I know you two. Yeah, I know you too, Lloyd. Hello there, Jack Kronos. Welcome. How things on your end? I hope somewhat okayish. Now those places are met the Lake in Bowser, right? Indeed. Yeah, the one who told us about these sky bandits. You do remember. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. When I think about it, you did mention the Fisherman's Guild when we spoke with you before. This is our main headquarters. Come on in and take a load off. Sit back, relax, enjoy the opulence of fish and brine. I'm chasing Valeria's guardians, the biggest kinds of fish you ever seen, for around about 5 years now. Keep your mate comfy. Very good. Next hook is number 23. Come on, lucky 23. Factor of nothing. But to me, you're my everything. Alright, at least he's dedicated to his art. You have to see a leader. The appropriately named Mr. Fisher. He's the real pro. I mean, hell, it's in his name. Old Fishing Baron. Yes, a Fishing Baron. A very, very, very fitting name. For a man that likes to fish, that is. You're the same one? Yeah. It talks about running around in circles. We're pretty depressed when we hear the news about the Queen. Now the status quo seems to be returning. All is right in the world. The two of us have been living here in Grunsell since we were just little wally babies. This is how the city should be. Just listen to me babble. I can still get excited, no matter how old you are. I mean, true enough, yeah. Why shouldn't you lose the why should you lose the ability to get excited when you get older? I mean, you should, you know, not be jumping out of pure joy because you might break something, but apart from that, can't believe the Royal Guardsmen are terrorists. Me neither. And one of them that comes in here is an upstanding young man. It could be some kind of mistake. You don't say. I mean, they're quite literally called the Royal Guards. Somehow, the act of eating it fired off long hidden neurons in the brain, teaching you the recipe for bolognese. You think it would be that easy? Okay, let's take the cocktail and the refreshing pie. We'll learn the recipes immediately so we can get that out of the way and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 2. So I'm missing 4 at the moment. Well. I'm right, am I? Here. Yes, indeed. Sudden German counting, for no good reason. Apart from that, my brain decided that this time German sounded better. Alas, the brain is a mysterious little thing, isn't it? At least if she's out, she isn't nagging me while I do her cleaning. Fair point. Somebody seems to have found himself a nice wife, apparently. Raiders! Welcome to the shop. Please have a look around. I feel the need to make many A's in there, but Sure. I'm taking the opportunity to get a restart on Ultimate General. The new patch. Cool one, and just continue this series on YouTube from that. Oh. It does sound promising, doesn't it? Ooh, new stuff. I want one. Well, as you can see on my side, I'm trying to see how reasonable or not reasonable it is to actually go through this in my usual idea of talking with everybody. So far, it's scary. I can tell you that much. Welcome. I'm not very good to talk with customers. I generally let my wife handle that part of the job. You have 5 streams and people like Brazos! Oh, is that good? Okay, there's no one down here. For me to remember because, well, otherwise I might be running down there all the bloody time. Nah, this should be the last shop here. Ah, here guys Brazos. So then come on in and let Wingard Orbital Factory take care of all your augment needs. We're precious here. You can count on us. I wonder if that is true. How about some nice percentage down, because I'm a large paying customer, maybe, potentially, please. I'm gonna buy many things, please. He's like, alas, no. Yeah, can't even afford that. That's good. Age not good indeed. Because that kind of feels like I need to save up a lot of little seed again, and, well, that means farming. Because, well, how else am I gonna get them? Simple answer. Well, precisely like that. Could probably get that to 4 at least. Because that was the only seed I actually had in on Mars. Attacking speed is not wrong. I also have more of those. Everything else though, yeah, I don't see how we're going to get this, well, done quickly basically. At least I could get 3 out of it. Yeah, it's a start. Not a good start, mind you, not a start. I guess we can just up the numbers for the moment a bit. Okay, so what are we actually missing then? Okay, 4 of EP cut 3. That's gonna take a while. Then 1 more action. That wouldn't take that long, mind you. 2 more shields. That 2 should not be much of a challenge, technically speaking. And 1 more mind. Yeah, that 2. Okay, so most of them actually not that much of a troublesome thing, but that one, that's gonna be a pain. Because it takes 3 different kinds of zip heat actually to do, and the numbers are not smallish. Actually, I have to say, the moment that just won't work right. Bring him on down here. Here at Wingard Orbital Factory. No job is too big or too small. We're professionals here. Yes, yes, you said so. But if you claim too often to be a professional, people will get suspect and go like, huh, are you sure about that? Maybe you just claimed it. Welcome to Wingard Orbital Factory. Third floor is where we handle all repair and maintenance orders. Aha. Aha. What else here? Okay. Well then, 1 block done and dealt with, as far as I'm concerned, because the only other building around should be, yeah, the Brazos Guild. We're gonna go there, because that is going to get the story going. Oh, this block, yeah, I remember you. Because you actually, yeah, it's gonna be later on. But let's just say we are going to come to really, really appreciate this block later on. You might be wondering why? I'm not gonna tell you. Time will come. Welcome to the DB News. Spider name, we're totally non-partisan, I swear. Wink. First floor is information, second floor is the newsroom, and third floor is printing. There's almost nobody in the newsroom these days. I've kind of been put in charge of it by default. Aha. Hello, people. Don't get that manuscript soon. My that will kill me. Island Noticia is so much stricter than the chief. Well, Isle is a bit of a special case. Now that quest. Did you happen to be the junior priestess Estelle and Joshua? I don't know. Who's asking? I'm the editor-in-chief of the DBL News. Heard about you two from both Nile and Dorothy. Oh, okay, that's us then. Slightly changing your tone. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, avid readers. Glad to hear it. Did you want to see Niall? Not especially. Good, because he's not here. He won't be back for a while. That is all right now. Getting us some juicy nuggets of reportable goodness. The scoop, the skinny. Won't be back for a while. Let's hope so. The prelims are gonna start here soon. Camera, check. Press pass, check. And double check. Checkbook, check. Everything just as it should be. And of course, you know, sports. It's locked. Nobody surprised? What's for sale? PC conversion to restaurant. Or so they claim. If they claim something like this, you can assume that beforehand it probably also was a restaurant. Yeah, but since we moved here to the capital, all he's done is piss his life away. Jesus Christ. I just moved here. Ever since I was a child, it's been a dream of mine to live in the royal capital. Okay, that's nice, but what are you planning to do now that you are in the capital? One would ask. Politely. Hello, and welcome to the Barrel Coffee House. We have almost any kind of coffee you could imagine. Go right ahead and make yourself at home. Nice. Good old-fashioned. Amazingly, so some sort of flavor osmosis. You've managed to piece out the recipe for chest curry. Simply by tasting it. Amazing taste buds. My friends, amazing taste buds indeed. I wish I had good taste buds like that, and I would just go into a restaurant once, immediately learn all of their cooking, and then cook it for myself. But alas, I'm sadly not that good. Okay, we need 2 more, technically speaking. Where might that be? One might wonder. Heck, I'm wondering. How long does it plan to keep the port closed anyway? I don't know. I mean, don't ask me, I just arrived at the bloody city. But to be fair, you know. Fair point to ask a random question if some random person just runs into your home and starts talking to you. It's good to be home after such a long pilgrimage. My new sister joined the cathedral in my absence. I must familiarize myself with her name. So busy again. So much shopping that getting it all sorted out is going to take forever. My husband got to enjoy his churches, and I got to enjoy my shopping. It was win-win for us, both husband and wife. All to each their own. I suppose. Now, according to my map, that was all of that, so... well... wrong direction. Everything we really have left is up here. Port is closed right now as an anti-terrorist measure. I was closing the port an anti-terrorist measure. I just saw some guys in handcuffs being led around by a group of soldiers. They came from the docks. Aha. Ooh. I have a feeling that things are not yet that clear-cut as people want to make it out. So, you know, we know already that the Royal Guard is not actually a terrorist organization all of a sudden. Welcome to a local cathedral, where the Septian faith is kept alive. That's kind of what a church does, to some degree. Like a nice monument going like, okay, and there be faith here. Are you happy now? Works pretty well, actually. Radio switches over as always. We must treasure every day of the life she has given us. Well, Vance, if your goddess has some nice release on her, I might actually change faith. I hope Sister May is doing well in Roland. So I practice religious duties the same as anyone else in my position, also in charge of instructing the newly cloistered. As our ranks have been bolstered recently, but the new sister is currently out gathering grasses and herbs for us. So perhaps I could take the initiative and found the mixing of a medicine for a majesty's ailment. But the soul seems to know her symptoms. No one has been told, and no one is allowed to audience. The head Matilda requested an audience, but was turned away by a man in black armor. And the castle seems to know any specifics about her majesty's illness. If the head maid gets turned away, that's strange. You would assume that she's the one most definitively able to get an audience. After all, she's quite literally freaking head maid. Seems a bit strange, doesn't it? Maybe somebody is trying to keep things under... well, under lock and key, basically. In the house before the master returns. Okay, do that, little mate. Hello there. Please forgive my appearance. I caught me in the midst of cooking beef stew for my granddaughter. Beef stew. Not a bad choice, mind you. But damn it, I'm getting actually somewhat hungry. I think I'm actually going to have to get myself something to eat a bit later. Hey, Grandpa's coming home. Hope he gets here right now. No? How about now? Still no? Wow. What a nice little energetic child. Now then. How about you? All those rumors about the terrorist attack true. Hope it doesn't adversely affect our cost of living. What a realistic statement to make. A very realistic statement to make, to the point where actually I get depressed of hearing it. I should ignore it now. Stop running away from me! Stop running away! So, next package. And the city is freaking huge. I hate being a delivery boy here. On the positive side, it means you will never go out of get out of work. So that's okay. At least this block is reasonably small. God bless that. At the very fucking least. I work in the castle, but the Duke suddenly ordered me to take some time off. Forced vacation. Doesn't make much sense to me that the government takes off while the queen is ill. How precisely is your government structured if you have a queen? When he is home, all he ever talks about are his hobbies. What kind of relationship is it when the two of us hardly ever see one another? Only ever engage in small talk when we do. I don't want to be at work in the castle, but the Duke suddenly thrust a mandatory vacation on me all of a sudden. I don't have anything better to do, so I've just been fishing. Yeah, a fisherman. Helmut, the fisherman, mind you. Dun, dun. Okay, let me see. That's the same one, that's Palmer. See if this one leads directly where I wanted to. Yes, it does, so there's nothing in between there. God bless that, because Jesus Christ. Hotel Rosen... oh, Rowenbaum. Okay, I was about to say. We have a large number of guests who have come to see the tournament. There are also other participants in the tournament who are staying at this hotel. Aha. Good to know. Right, so far, how long has this taken me? About 25 minutes so far. Yeah, I figured as much. But that's still within, you know, a time frame I'm willing to actually go for. See how long completion takes of one round around. Also, I'm trying to already remember on which places there are no NPCs, so I can avoid those places to save some time in the at least running part. Royal music. Whip, whip, whip. Hello people, can I go in? Sorry, but the castle is off limits right now. Just a moment, please. Sorry, but entry to the castle is strictly prohibited. Why do you put guard outs anyway if the fucking gate is closed? Okay. But so far, so good. With the tournament underway, there are fewer tourists here than usual. Probably because the castle's under lockdown. When people come for the tournament, they stay for the castle. Fair point. Pretty nice tourist attraction. Oh boy. How could you make it any bigger? And the answer the game came up with is no. I tried, but we failed. What is this museum? Much obliged. Well, if it isn't my favorite professor, I suspect I might see you here today. Welcome to the Gransel Museum of History. The newest exhibit, Libel at the Modernist Wave, is now open to the public. Ripping. Tetraclic Tower Outer Wall Segment. Age Pre-Septian. The wall segment was cut and carried from a tetraclic tower, structure built shortly after the Great Collapse. Erection upon it are staff wielding priests and a winged god-like being, typical of period frescoes. Scholars continue to examine the design for any connection with Idios. But apparently the goddess wasn't around back then. Stone pillar with relief. Found at the bottom of Lake Valeria, adorned with reliefs similar to those found on the walls of the tetraclic tower is floor tile. A piece of tiled floor from inside a ruined building. Broken stones fit together to create beautiful and intricate patterns. Ancient lantern. Device built to hold fire, most often found near towers and other ceremonial structures. May have religious significance. Pre-Septian calendar, the ancient civilization of Zemuria. Around 1,200 years ago, the advanced civilization of Zemuria was at its peak, and suddenly and inexplicably, it disappeared. A great collapse occurred, destroying the Zemurian culture, plunging its people into a dark age of ruin. The items exhibited on the first floor from the very beginning of this era. They are believed to be products of the ancient civilization itself, but nonetheless, its influence is clearly visible upon them, giving them immense academic worth. The Dark Age of Ruin. Immediately following the Great Collapse, the world was plunged into confusion, signaling the beginning of what came to be referred to as the Dark Ages. The era was defined by almost endless conflict between various powers and numerous nations, large and small, lasted for roughly 500 years. Not bad. And its equipment. An era defined by conflict, war became a way of life. As a result, warriors became to wield great influence in society. This eventually led to them becoming a privileged social class of their own. The knight wielded armaments like these when they went out into the battlefield, returning with more spoils and land, and gradually increasing their influence and power all the more. It can only go so far before it horribly backfires on you. The museum's job isn't just to show off old relics. It's also responsible for collecting, cataloging, and storing all of it. I work with researchers like Professor Alba as well. Sounds interesting. Job-wise. I mean, if you're into it, that is. Not, I would probably ask a question, and why the fuck are you even bothering? The orbital post-revolutionary world. It's been 50 years since Professor C. Epstein invented augments, and world technology has advanced at lightning speed ever since. Perhaps the most notable representative of these advances is the modern orbital-powered airship. These orbital ships are already used extensively in the Bell. Neighboring nations such as Erebonia also began to devote themselves to their manufacture as well. Smaller sized airships are also used. Ish, we entered the age of flying. Church ritual items. The church has long been a source of art. This has been true since the dawn of the Septian era. It was around the year 900, however, that the current likeness of Idios is thought to have been first created. Likewise, many of the ritual items used by the church today first assumed their present forms in this time period too. Church Testaments, manuscript. A handwritten copy of the scriptures used by the church at the end of the Dark Ages. The ability to print did not exist in the Middle Ages. There was no choice but to copy by hand onto pieces of parchment. Like it was in the past, what a pain in the ass that must have been. Imagine having to copy a book of 1,000 pages plus by hand. That takes fucking forever. Medieval loom, a man-powered machine used to spin thread. The Septian era continued, and people became accustomed to peace. Cotton and other crops became more widely cultivated and sold. It was also the era in which handicrafts, the intent to obtain money, came into practice. Basically, they discovered that if you make shit at home, you can sell it. Ancient artifacts. Age unknown. Artifact. Noon. A relic of any shape or size found in an ancient ruin, generally of unknown or uncertain purposes. The church believes these artifacts have some connection with the Septarians. Gifts from Idios, and their recovery is one of the duties that the church fulfills. Artifacts are said to have supernatural powers, but those on display here are all ones that have lost said powers. They are no longer functional. Kinda boring. Give me some nice toys to play around with. Pew-pew guns. Yes, would be kinda cool. Well then, let's see what's going on at the fucking landing port. So far, the area proves large. I apologize and thank you for your patience. Due to Royal Army inspection procedures, our department and arrival times alike have been severely delayed. Further information regarding the boarding process will be given upon the orbital ships arrive. Uh-huh. Finally made it to Runsell. Alright, it was delayed for army inspections. Okay, good to know. Welcome to the Orwell ship. Not the most intriguing of conversations. We saw these Royal Army inspections. Our flight schedules are scrambled. I've been taking a lot of complaints from customers. The total loss as to where I can go to find some of my own. Not even our fault, but we're the ones who end up having to apologize for it. Welcome in customer service. It's fun, but engaging sometimes. It's like, why don't you have this? Well, because, you know, the one that manufactures this can't deliver. Okay. Should be enough of an explanation. Or why are you screaming at me then, huh? Oh yeah. Let's not go there, shall we? They say specifically owned by the royal family. The royal family, sure, the royal army shouldn't have any authority to impound it. Has Your Majesty truly given them the authority to do such a thing? I highly doubt the Majesties at this very moment giving much in the way of orders. The SA has been impounded by the royal army. No civilians are allowed near it. Not for you to decide, you're not the fucking owner of the ship, boy. Makes you wonder how specifically the system is actually set up. How the army's rights actually go and how far. New maintenance chief. Let me put it to you this way. Ever managed a maintenance team before? No? You're still... better at the job. I wish we'd been given a real man. Someone who could actually depend and trust. Ever since I became head of maintenance, everything's just gone well around me. First it was sky bandits. Now they are terrorists. Some dark times. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, that too is not really his fault now, is it? Not like he's a terrorist himself. Pounding ships for no reason. That's the sort of situation that's like, well, you just had the worst potential timing to take over your job. The city always looks forward to the annual martial arts competition. I mean, entertainment for the masses, I'd say. Just ahead is the Erebonian embassy. The Green Republic is prohibited from passing beyond this point. Official business only, I'm afraid. The road open. Okay, can I can go inside, and then I can realize that I can go nowhere. Okay. Few more places that I don't necessarily need to go to again, because they're closed. This is the arena, memory serves. I can't believe the Royal Guardsmen aren't fighting. Wanted to see Lieutenant Schwartz do her thing. Right, I have more buying an advance ticket. I don't know. Why did you? Let's see. Who should I cheer for this year? Maybe I'll just cheer for Blood. Doesn't matter whose. Blood. Bit brutal, little lady. Looks like they changed around a lot of the rules this year for some reason. Doesn't sound good. But the Grison team is totally gonna win again this year. Welcome to the Grand Arena. There's still some time before the match begins. Please feel free to wait in line. Here's our spectators if you wish. Currently at the arena we're holding the preliminary matches of the martial arts competition. Hey, see your tickets. Ticket sales are to the right. I don't think I'm just gonna be allowed to buy tickets. Yeah, basically this is probably to stop you from just walking in. But otherwise I probably just would go in and go like, ah, yeah, interesting. Can't do anything here. This is the embassy for the Calvert Republic. Sorry, but only those who are here on official business may enter. Well, fair is fair. Okay, let's get back to the south block, which means we go up this road. And then we'll see if there's anything here. The second overly powered clock, made in the year 1163 of the Septine calendar by Asian manufacturers. No surprise. Today Mom said she's gonna play with me all day. Neato. Was locked up. During the Sky Bandit incident, the company gave a long paid vacation as compensation. I'm grateful to be able to spend this time with my son. That's one hell of a benefit. Warm and get it. Who wants some cold and creamy homemade ice cream? Sure. What do we have? One special ice cream. I'll take it. I'm gonna eat it. Just so I can get the fucking recipe. And then how close am I? One away from goal. Oh, that's going to suck if I can't find this. Cheeto department store. Oh, sounds neat. Cheeto. At least if I had a girlfriend, I might go to the tournament. There's this beautiful girl who comes by here all the time. She's totally my type. Why don't you talk to her? Man, I ain't interested in the tournament. Not at all. All that stuff just happens, man. Happens in a dance, and the world keeps on turning. Very enlightened perspective. The guy has. Yes, everything will end. True. I mean, it's a true point. Everything will end. In time. But if you follow that logic to its end, then you will never do anything. There's this ice cream shop here in the East Block that is simply to die for. Yeah, I've already been there. But some of your eyes. It was okay, it was special, according to its name. Lot and I came from a small village in Rouen called Manoria to see the capital. I know that village. I've been there. Hehe, I'm on trip with my mommy. Yay! Happy little child. Welcome to Weedle Department Store, where your money goes far and really wants to play. Heh. Touché. Oh, a new newspaper. Let's go to have a new newspaper. No, looking for a little memento of your visit. Depends on what you have in your pockets. Okay, so everything I already have. Make for a really nice gift, don't you think? That vase, you mean? I mean, we can argue taste, I suppose. Even from both to sell some of my merchandise. Good luck with that. Good luck with business. Oh, they have stuff from Revenue. Score. But why is it you can only ever find the things you want when you have no money? Alas. Painful, I know. You're called Kitty. Hello, Kitty. Yeah. Like to try a free sample of a tea. Can teach you how to prepare your own cup. Teach me, little lady. Don't just talk of it, just teach me. All of them giving out free tea tables? That's my twin sister, Kitty, says Midi. She's the most popular waitress here right now. She stole the tea setting position from me and said that was okay because she's older and wiser. She actually said wiser. Sure, I'll be the best tea seller ever. If you actually sell the tea, that would be an improvement already. Let me see. You have you're selling me all of the ingredients. That's nice, but you're not actually selling me the tea. So you twins suck at your job. I'm sorry to say so, but Jesus fucking Christ, you suck ass. Like, yeah, what you have on tea? Ah, you're not gonna get any. Screw you. Didn't want your faggoty water anyway. Look. But at least had been some coffee, but alas, it has not. Now then, how long does this take? Okay, just to talk with every NPC takes me, so roughly 40 minutes. Now we need to add at least, let's say, let's be gracious here and go by 10 minutes to get to Garuna Gate and the Summertime Gate. And it's 50 minutes for one whole round trip. Oh boy. Means if I have a story segment in between, it could take a while. Jesus Christ. The shroud immediately decides to kill itself. My fortune smile upon you. Everyone together, I think we may just succeed. Ah, you've got it. You're participating, expect nothing less than everything you've got. I can't let those army goons beat us. Well then, we ought to get going soon. I need something to drink. Pardon the intrusion. Oh, it isn't Lieutenant Joshua. Kana. Oh, fancy meeting you here. Ah, yes, and we met once during the whole Sky Bandit incident. You're the rookies with Shell, right? Long time no see. Thanks you all to Granzel. I'll field that one. You have to hurry, or else they'll be late. Oops, alright. Sorry, Joe. We'll talk later. You've got to be going. See you later, rookies. Pardon me. Very polite people altogether. Enjoyable. That is awesome to be a full-fledged racer. Indeed. You all look pretty tough. You were talking about something when you came in. Was that what I think it was? Indeed so. Now leaving to participate in the big fighting tournament, the martial arts competition. Oh, very cute. Sorry. Was that right? You're of the Zeiss branch. I'm your shopwright. Same affiliation. Mala, I'm of the Grand Cell branch. Miss Kirika got in touch with me and informed me that you two would be coming soon. But I get you to go ahead and change your affiliation now. Oh, certainly. Send her signed the assignment change forms. Excellent. Would you welcome to the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild? Personally, I've been looking quite forward to your arrival. You're the children of Cassius, are you not? Yes. Of course you know him. Oh yes. I'm ever in his debt. Is it true that he set out on a journey from which he has not yet returned? Yeah. He hasn't been home in quite some time. He did write us a letter. He failed to mention where he was going, or what he was doing. We've traveled everywhere from Roland to Zeiss, but we've yet no news of his whereabouts. Which I suppose makes it unlikely that he's still in the country. That's a pity. Yama's current counter-terrorism activities have made it difficult for us to do our jobs. With a former soldier like Cassius among us, I'd hoped it might smooth things over. Is there something wrong? Well, actually, I know what's going on behind the scenes with all of that. Just tell you everything that happened with the incident in Zeiss. Sandra explained what they've learned in Lacing Fortress, as well as Professor Russell's request. What's wrong? Nothing. It's all just a lot to take in. Superman Richards is actually in control of the Royal Army. The counter-terrorism is just a big farce put on by the Intelligence Division of Special Forces. It's a little difficult to believe. It's true. Talk with Kirika at the Zeiss branch and she'll confirm our story. It's alright. Not that I don't believe you. On the contrary, a few pieces of the puzzle have just fallen into place, as it were. However, Colonel Richard is an extremely popular man in the city. Though it pains me to say so, I've been sympathetic to him all this time. To citizens, I never dream that the Colonel could be involved in any sort of conspiracy. I figured as much. The Intelligence Division has played everyone for fools. The Bracer Guild cannot directly interfere with military matters. Neither can we simply stand back and watch. First of all, did you accept the Professor's request? Absolutely. The question is, how do we get an audience with Her Majesty? That is an issue. Ordinarily, a guild letter alone would be enough to get you in. Oh, really? Oh, no way. No need to worry then. Still, I really don't think it's going to be quite that simple. No matter how you look at it, the royal guards that are supposed to be protecting the castle are being treated as terrorists. You understand what that means? I think it means that... the letter would just get crumpled up, I suppose? That's the most likely outcome, yes. Okay. So that the Colonel has a strong hold on Grand Cell Castle as he did on Lacing Fortress. I guess so. So there's no simple way we're going to get in touch with Her Majesty. Could possibly sneak in, like we did at Lacing Fortress. I doubt they'd be so foolish as to fall for the same trick twice. In that case, why don't we just try going like normal and see what happens? If our cards right, we might get some useful info out of the gatekeeper. Oh, fine by me, but just one piece of advice. Take the fact that we want to see the Queen to yourself. If Colonel Richard gets wind of it, he'll likely cause us no end of trouble. Okay. I believe it would be a good idea to keep this whole matter under wraps for the time being. I must gather more intel. Just so you know, Royal Castle is just off the main street, directly to the north. Go ahead and get what information you can, but use the utmost caution. You bet, Mr. Allen. I'll let you know if we find anything. Good. Thank you, Joshua. It's Chloe coming to the capital right about now. Now that you mention it, she did say she'd meet us before the birthday celebration started. She should definitely be here by now. Okay, hell on. There wasn't a girl about our age named Chloe who came around asking for us, was there? We'd promised to meet up here. Chloe, you say? I'm afraid no one by that name has been here. Perhaps Paris. Maybe we should have asked where she was staying. For instance, some rich relatives. Ah, where though? That's not much of an elite, I suppose. Not in the fucking Grand Cell capital city. No. So she's simply running late, and I'll try to contact you shortly. If she comes by, I'll be sure to let you know immediately. Okay, first let's look at the jobs. There are no requests. Are you kidding me? We're in the fucking capital city and there are no requests for bracers. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. I was about to say, maybe we can actually do some monster hunting. Which would give me a nice and welcome break from reading all the time. I mean, not that I'm against it, mind you, but I read all the time. I can't even take a fucking, you know, moment in time to take a break of my little pipey. Okay, nothing new from you. Okay, I will do my usual testing to see if this was enough to actually change conversations, but it doesn't seem so, so... Yep. Which means for the moment we can just continue doing things. God bless that. Imagine that would be enough to get us to run around a whole new time. That would be a bit much even for my taste. What a splendid little castle you have there. We will take a moment to take a break on my pipe though. But I mean, as far as music goes, not the worst track I've ever heard. To be fair, though. Ah, better. Oh, so that's Grand Cell Castle. It's gorgeous. I guess it really is fit for a queen. And a king. And, you know, everything else, like princesses, stuff like that. Not just pretty, it's also really solidly built. For instance, look at the main gate. Yeah, I don't think getting through there would be an easy task. Which means, I guess we'll have to talk to those soldiers there. Oh, steal your nurse, and let's give it a shot. Okay, we're just country folk here on vacation and checking out the castle. We just thought we'd try and catch a glimpse of Her Majesty, since we're here. Is that okay to you? You know, you're disturbingly good at coming up with that kind of stuff. It's not a lie though, we quite literally are country people. We come from freaking Roland. That's as country as it gets. Not it doesn't come in handy, but still. You take that as a compliment. Okay, smile and act natural. Act like a fucking country bumpkin. It's not gonna be that difficult now, is it? Hello there. Good afternoon. Welcome to Grand Cell Castle. Please state your business. Oh, we're just getting here from Roland. We're taking in the sights, you might say. Wondering if there was any chance we might get a tour of the castle. Ah, I get it. Sorry, but access to the castle is restricted for authorized personnel only. It's been tighter out of the terrorism scares. Once the terrorists are caught, doors will probably open up again. Me? Dang. It was my dream of seeing the Queen in real life. Well, not necessarily. She always addresses the people from her terrace during the birthday celebration. You could see her then. A warning though, Her Majesty hasn't been in the best of health these days. I don't know if she'll be able to manage her traditional greeting. Huh? Majesty's ill. Yeah, I hear it's because of stress. Maybe from the shock of learning the Royal Guardsmen were involved in a terrorist plot. She hasn't been seen much lately. I believe she's resting in her private chambers. Oh. I'm the Guardsman. How could they just turn traitor like that? I would like those damned elitist jerks anyway. Lieutenant Schwartz was always so kind and considerate to everyone. She even taught us court etiquette and how to wield a sword. It's just hard for me to picture someone like that as a terrorist. Of course it's hard. She probably left because she felt responsible for a man's actions. Oh, Lieutenant Schwartz. You don't suppose you still had a little crush on your lieutenant, do you? Maybe a little, but you know. It seems so. Anyway, yes, the castle is off limits. Sorry, but you can't go inside. Well, I guess that's that. Just a tad bit worried. Majesty has taken sick. We've seen to her daily affairs whilst we're running the country. Yes, it's certainly a natural enough concern. But now there's someone acting as a proxy, on paper. How's that work? Literally, on paper. I can't picture someone like him ever actually making any real governmental decisions. Hey, what would you say? I'll admit, I would have thought that the duty would fall to the princess. You tell me to watch what I say. What's that? Oops, speak of the devil. And the country is doomed. Well, It was nice knowing you, Libel, but you will go down fucking fast. Ah, never been so insulted. Tournament should have already begun, and I'm not there. Philip, why didn't you wake me sooner? This is all your fault. I'm terribly sorry, Your Grace. I was merely trying to look after your mental well-being. For the last few days you have been in the banquet hall, drinking and singing, consuming exclusively beer and donuts while reading your morning comics. I feel that it should come as no surprise that you overslept. Silence, Philip. I'm not in the mood to listen to your chastisements. As future king, I can do what I want, whenever I want. Yep, the country's doomed. The country's doomed. Ladies and gentlemen, the future king. And short. Come on, we must hurry to the Grand Arena. It's like, are you sure about this? That sounds like a very bad idea. Actually, that's the most based and obvious argument against fucking monarchies. It's like, look at that. The queen might be good, the princess might be good, but see what you can get also. Like, yay. Hegemonies. Cool things. Works. Works well. Any chance was that? We know, don't even say it. That was His Grace the Duke, acting proxy for Her Majesty. Oh, suddenly a fear for the entire country. Don't worry too much, he has a very reliable assistant. It's thanks to him that we haven't had any major incidents lately. Hotel. Vanilla, Colonel Richard, of the Royal Army Intelligence Division. The Duke is more of the playboy sort, the Colonel handles all the government affairs. Yeah, I knew it indeed. Pushing harder into the core of the kingdom than I'd expected. I'll try not to let this whole thing get you down. Once has got plenty of other famous places you can check out. Yeah, and look, city, after all. Just go at your own pace. You're right, we will. Thank you both for your kindness. Yep, that's one hell of a problem. Well, that was informative. Can't believe that the Duke is supposed to be acting on behalf of the Queen, though. Real power is probably in the hands of the Governor. Oh, no one around him has any clue that he's the one pulling all the strings. Being able to control the flow of information must be an extremely useful tool. It is indeed, isn't it? As far as warfare is concerned, information war is also a rather relative form of that. And it's supposed to divide the enemy. The enemy has the manpower, the tools, the everything, including information. What's not to envy? Anyway, it looks like the Duke is going to that fighting tournament. Can we go too? Yeah. Nothing else, we need to keep an eye on what he's up to. Settles it then. Which way was it to the Grand Arena? Estelle. We've been there already. I believe it's an east block. Go back to the main road, then east. I know, game. We're gonna take a nice little sneaky peeky. People have something new to say, and then we go over to the arena. Can't turn my camera, no! Okay, you have nothing new to say. How about you? Okay. I take those two as a sign for the moment. And then we walk over to the Grande Arena. The city always looks forward. Yep. But blessed that there are no new conversations, because otherwise we would have to do another turn. All over the bloody freaking place. Are you just gonna leave me in? Let's head to the right. Okay. Sell tickets, please. Welcome to the Grand Arena. Would you like a ticket? Yes, two, please. The preliminaries are in progress right now, but the main event will last for 3 days, starting tomorrow. Which day would you like your ticket? Actually, we're hoping to catch the preliminary matches if we could. Alright then. I'm only more than halfway finished though. Will this be a problem? Nope, no problem at all. Okay, bad value, but hey, not my money. That'll be 1000 Mira. Oh, that's a lot. I hear that there was some kind of discount for the birthday celebration. I'm sorry, sir. Here there have been some complications that have made it impossible for us to offer discounts. Oh, okay. That's pretty sucky. What can you do? Let's see. 900, 950. Yeah, here are your tickets. Hey, entrance to the arena is directly to your left. Our tickets at the gate. I do love that it's like, that's a lot of money. And I look at my bank account, it's like 67,595 mirrors still left. And that is after I bought most of the equipment I can get in the capital city. It's like, okay. Yeah, lots of money. At the arena we hold the preliminary matches. I see your tickets. Yeah. Thanks, everything seems to be in order. You may enter at your discretion. My, thank you very much. Not a lot of money. Nah, not really. You know, this game actually has a recipe, a cooking system. You can buy ingredients for cheaper than the actual end result. So you can actually make yourself an unbelievably infinite amount of money if you wish so. It just takes a bit of patience. And now, money in this game, really not an issue. It's just like, okay. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because I have to buy the ingredients. Then I have to go out of the buying menu, have to go into the cooking menu, have to cook it 99 times, have to sell that shit, and I have to buy the ingredients again. But you know, money is really not an issue. Wow, this room is gorgeous. There's a nice carpet, I'll admit that much. This is the entrance hall. Fair observation, but obvious. Audience seats are on the second floor, apparently. Let's take a look. Yes, we will take a look after we've talked to the people. If you want to watch the preliminaries, you'd best hurry up. It might just be time to catch the 7th match. Okay, welcome to the Grand Arena. Spectators may use the stairwell through either door to reach audience seating. Yeah, but I'm the kind of person who likes to run around like an idiot, first and foremost. Because exploration is key. Door's locked. Okay, so I can't just storm outside in the arena and go like, I'm the surprise opponent. Kinda cute, isn't it? Wouldn't it be? This is the waiting room for one of the teams. I don't think they'd appreciate us barging in on them. Why wouldn't they? They're just fans. Reserved for guests of honor. Who says I'm not a guest of honor? Think about that. The arena looks kinda interesting. Wow, look at all these people. Yep. Ah, I've seen there's some serious enthusiasm in here. Judging by the number of spectators, this must be a major event. I wonder how far the prelim rounds go. Thank you for your patience. The 7th round is now starting. Oh, they're starting up. Well, let's go find ourselves a place to sit down. South side, blue team. Border Patrol, 2nd Regiment team. Captain is 2nd Lieutenant Sammy. Yo, Sammy. Actually interesting that soldiers would be allowed to participate in such a public event. Thought the matches were one-on-one. Yes, this one's a team outing. I could have sworn it was individual bouts only, though. North side, red team. Bracer Guild, Grand Hill Branch team. Captain is good. Hey, it's Garner's team. Well, we got here just in time to see them fight. Indeed. This begins the 7th preliminary match. Both teams go to your starting places. Take your positions. Begin. Ah yeah, look, it's actually combat. And I have no control. That's a lot of damage. Your enemies seem to have a lot more HP than you, little soldier guys. Nice little defense up move. Okay. Yeah. I think the Bracers are gonna win this one. Just going off the, you know, actual HP damage we see. I will assume as much. I mean, he's not yet done, but that's a grand special. Basically a jumping attack. That AT delay was a bit overkill though, wasn't it? Nice and easy victory, I'd say. Heyo, winner is Scorch team. Ah, no surprise there. Woohoo! Go Carter. That was a good match. Those move well. The Bracers are better at working as a team. The Bracers were just fucking leagues above, level-wise, I would assume. Yeah, could use their moves for teaching lessons. Oh, I don't know what it is. Teaching martial arts at work really gets me hyped up. Wish we had put off going to the castle. Yeah, liked to see this from the beginning. I know how you feel. A part of being an adult is putting one's own feelings aside in favor of doing what needs to be done. Don't remind me of reality plays game. Like Snix is looking rather painful already. The game is like, yeah, remember, duties first. Oh well, it is what it is. I don't like not being an adult yet. Thank you, I would like that too. The option is certainly not there though. That would look as strange as suddenly like, nope, stop being an adult. Game with a lot of disadvantages too. Couldn't buy any booze any longer. Whatever can I, throw with me. Next up, we have the 8th preliminary match. First, the remaining competition is the coach. Let's see then. Outside, blue team. Team Raven. Captain Sheldon. They look like the punks we met in Ruin. What are those guys doing here? Yeah, that's that group from the West District in Ruin. Yeah, I just told you. I see, competition's open to the general public. Stick out like sore thumbs. Really don't deserve to be counted among professional soldiers and martial artists. On our side, Red Team, from the neighboring Calvert Republic, appearing alone, is Zin. Zin? Another familiar face, eh? Small world. Fighting alone is going to be a real handicap for him. No kidding. We're fighting a bunch of punks, but if they surround him, he's in real trouble. Nah, I highly doubt it. If they're still the same level that they were when we met them. That's not a challenge. That ain't a challenge. Then will be competing is trading bout solo, with no team to stand at his side. Fights at a considerable disadvantage. His prodigious skill will make this match a sight to behold. We ask all in attendance to understand the arrangement. I mean, people just want entertainment, so something like this, yeah, totally can see that happening. This begins the 8th. Really, very much. Those teams go to your starting places. Oh, do we get to see another match? Ready? Begin. Fanti I do. Yeah. Oh, watching the whole match on the right was pretty originates movement. Not really working unless they that's up what we just saw. Well, feel free to work. It is appreciated. Thanks for dropping by. Anyway. Oh, a special skill. That's going to hurt, isn't it? Yeah. Well, he won easily enough. Heyo, winner's in. Nobody's surprised. Ew, goes in and show him what braces are made of. Because we're over nothing. His speed and technique make him a real force to be reckoned with. He just used all of his CP points, unleashed his skill and, well, more of them. Anyone else though, I'd say 4 and 1 is insane. Seriously. Good match will mark the end of the preliminaries. 8 teams will be competing in no-holds-barred matches. There's no match tomorrow. In over 3 days, the ultimate champions will be decided. Now, we'll hear some words from the tournament sponsor, Duke Lennon. Oh boy. My dear ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your efforts in today's fine matches. Forget that government affairs forced me to miss the first half of them. And by government affairs he means sitting around and sleeping. We're here for the second half, and what I saw was exciting and enjoyable display of technique and talent. Distressing news of recent terrorist activities has had an unfortunate impact on Her Majesty's health. Nice that you take heart. She has entrusted her governmental duties to me, Lieutenant von Auslese. I will do all that I can to live up to your expectations. Let's all remember the spirit and enthusiasm we feel during this competition and recall it in the days ahead. I hope you will all enjoy tomorrow's no-hold-barred Battle Royale. I'm not used to hearing the Duke speak so decently to people. He probably just memorized something written by the Intelligence Division staff. Yeah, I was about to say. Yes. The competition will not only receive a prize in mirror, but will also get a special gift from me. Praise, are you certain that this is wise? We'll be silent. A fine opportunity to show my generosity. The gift is to be a written invitation to a royal court dinner party at Cransel Castle, held in 3 days. Oh! Sadly, Her Majesty's presence will be missed, but it will be attended by celebrated persons of great renown. Arrangements have been made for only the finest royal and noble cuisine to be served, thus this will serve as incentive for those competing to excel and advance. Aha! Are you sure? I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Yes, that would be ideal if Kana got that invitation. They win the championship, they'll be allowed into the castle. They'll all be above board. Could it give her the chance to get that message to Her Majesty? Oh, where are you thinking something else? Oh, that's it, but I hate the idea of leaving someone else to deliver the professor's message. Beggars can be choosers, I guess. Right. I have no objections. Shall we try to catch them in their waiting room before they leave the arena? Sure. Let's see, Kana's team came out from the north gate, right? Great. They're still there, that's probably where we'll find them. Okay. It was kind of fun to just watch the combat for once and not actually doing the combat. Okay, let's see, Yep. Hi everyone, congrats on making it through the preliminaries. Hey, it's the new kids. Yeah, we're the new kids on the block, bitches. Hey guys. Yo, you're here to watch the fights. Yes, we had a chance to see yours. A great match. Thanks, glad to hear you say that. Forget the sudden change to make it a team competition though. Yeah, Anissa, that's weird. It's been okay so far, all of our members are in one piece. Master Zin must be worried though. Oh, you know Zin too? I don't know if I'd say that, but I know the name. The famous bracer in the Republic. People call him Zin the Immovable, because he's big. Found came to level specifically to be in this tournament. The promoter threw a wrench in the works and changed it from single to team competition. I'm betting that his grace is the one behind that idea. Either way, Master Zin still had no choice but to register as a one-man team. Okay, the Duke is a pain in the ass no matter where he goes. No argument there. So, that's going to make it hard for him to really show what he can do. No kidding, it's too bad no one's around to fight beside him. Say... Well... Maybe. What just happened? You all got this creepy serious look. Oh, I was just thinking. What do you say to teaming up with Zin and the later no-holds-barred kids? Why... Well, is there... Wait, what? Teaming up with him. Is that even allowed? Not his fault that the rules of the competition were changed at the last minute. One of the core rules can be changed, and I think we've got some wiggle room. There really are no other bracers available that we could ask. Charizard's busy, and we haven't been able to contact Agatha. Similar story for everyone else, really. I don't think Cassius is leaving the country. Those two joined up, they'd probably be accused of cheating, on general principle. The chances of beating that team would be something like 10,000 to 1. Anyway, we should focus on what's ahead, rather than what is. It's in before the day's out, and if he agrees to let you join him, then we should still have plenty of time to register. Okay. Oops, let's just go on. I will give this some serious thought, but for now, we have to go. Bye bye, newbies. Here's hoping we see you in the ring. You will. What a nice opportunity. What do you think, Estelle? Joe went from talking shop to something else entirely. She's excited. Are you okay? Yeah. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Almighty ideas. Thank you so much for your bountiful favor. You're correct. Think about it. It can be in the martial arts competition. You can help Zen in the process. Not to mention, check out the awesome castle. And be part of the big final ultimate super duper intense battle royale. You can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, you really want to do this that badly. I haven't even entered yet. I just made it into the final match. It would be nice to be able to handle the professor's request by yourself though. Assuming you've made it through, that is. Yeah, and think of how awesome it would be to win. Plus, we can't just leave Zen twisting in the wind. We'll find him and ask to join his team. If you happen to have any idea of where he actually is. I'm confused issue with facts. Just settle down for 2 seconds, please. It's rough because you are new and not like I don't know appreciate about your art sport. Take a break from testing. Good lad. Take a break, watch more. Go back to the guild and report to Ellen. That's the one who's most likely to know where Zen is. Sudden rule changes. Such a pain in the ass. See, yes. Then requested to Bracer set him some helping hands. Said anything to you guys since you're working on the request from the professor, but thanks to the whim of his grace, we can handle both tasks at once. As to see selfishness work in our favor once, I think about participating in the martial arts competition. And I think there is merit in allowing a skill which is practiced to be used without restraint. With 2 Bracers teams participating, our chances of gaining access to the castle are doubled. You can get the others involved, until and unless you lose. Personally, I think it's a splendid idea. Woohoo, that's my kind of encouragement. Well, any clues where we might be able to find Zen? More often than not, he's on the bar down the street. Meaning that he stays at the Calvert Republic's embassy. Gotcha. Makes sense since he's from. The embassy's in the same block as the arena. We'll stick our heads in the door along the way. Okay. Oh, by the way, are you two planning to stay while you're here? Well, we could stay in a hotel. So how's your new run going, actually? Would be a good question, isn't it? So, if I'm not mistaken, Amazon Block holds the largest hotel in the entire kingdom. Yes, the Hotel Rowenbaum. May allow us to cover the cost of your room. The Grand Branch can afford it. Neato. Very much so, Neato. Macho. Neato. Oh, really? That's too much, honestly. We couldn't possibly consider it a necessary expense in the course of completing the professor's request. Wish I could provide more. That's really good for me. Alright then, we'll accept your offer. I'll look your room then. Just give your name at the front desk this evening and someone will help you. Good. Do we have requests now? No. I have a sneaking suspicion that we'll now since go to staying at the Calvert Embassy. It's in the East Block. It's a renowned bar hopper, however, so make sure to check any place that offers spirits. As well, all the gutters. Plus along the northern road. There's nothing to report. Also, you don't have any jobs. Hey, you guys, have you found Zen yet? Can't wait for a chance to spar with you guys. Ah, yeah, bad habits. Once you get into the habit of doing something, it can be ridiculously difficult to stop doing it again. Oh boy. But hey, take your time. Now then, the question is, I think I can answer this question myself. There is probably new conversation. Yep. Oh boy. That does mean that we have the nice and pleasurable task of running all throughout the 4 blocks again. I mean, you know, it took like what? Round about 30, 50 minutes. Well, that would be one example of bad habits. Can be pretty much everything, from using specific units in specific ways to, you know, giving specific commands at specific times to get a certain result, which can fuck you over very, very much if suddenly things change. Okay, but at least we can't go out of the city, so we can't go through the gates. Like is the old faithful Zerg strategy. Ah, the Zerg Rush. A classic. For a reason. Now we run Booth and Loza. And this year I decided to come out to capture for some big money. See how well my sales will do. Missing that one recipe, and that really fucks with me. Real prisoners. How far can a man fight on his own? Triple gain, tough bet. He can't win it all by himself. Oh, that was awesome. We couldn't go into the castle. We went to the arena and watched the tournament. I felt like it was wrapped in a whirlwind of heat and energy. That heat was nothing compared to the power of LoH. Everyone is watching the tournament matches, but I always holds my hand. Cute. Statue of a white falcon up on the fountain. The national symbol. The crest of the Libel royal family. Even shows up on a flag. How people do like to have birds on their flags, I would like to point out. I live on my own. I got me this part-time job. I have an empty place in the West Block I'm hoping to move into at some point. Weather is so nice. I really like going on a good long walk. I can't go to the villa on account of being locked down by soldiers. It's a real pain. Wait right there, woman. Just saw this mountain of a man walking by. I don't know if he's in the tournament. Yes, I already know who you're talking about. Yes. After the Royal Guardsmen stopped coming in here, we lost a decent chunk of our sales. Coup d'etats aren't always so good for business, eh? What kind of point out that coup d'etats usually aren't good for your business? But no, so been bedridden and all this coup d'etat nonsense. But we need to think the martial arts competition would be cancelled this year. You just said. Actually, Jenkins through 3 infantry wins of 4,000 men each. Ouch, yeah. It's a bit of a challenge to rush through. I think the martial arts competition would be cancelled this year. But it wasn't. It's actually for the better because, well, it can only take so far away from the people before they start getting a bit angsty. Like the martial arts competition, one day we would love to hold a grand fishing tournament. I'd love to personally participate, in fact. A competitive streak, like you wouldn't believe. I mean, fair. No Masters of the Sea were caught in ruin. No Kings of the Abyss were hooked in ice. I am no pro. No. Getting depressed. Guardian of Valeria Shore. These are fish, not actual monarchs. Going to the deep when it gets cold out. One of these days I'm gonna catch him before the time comes. Just you wait and see. Yeah, but that's not winning a war. Because at the end you do not actually have anything left to celebrate your victory with. Not necessarily a smart move. Still, I can't believe the Royal Guardsmen were behind the terrorist attacks. The sub-commander of the Royal Guardsmen used to come in here all the time. I was concerned about Her Majesty. Such a nice person. Would make you think, doesn't it? Welcome. Please take your time. Let me know if you need any help with anything. Okay. I will. Oh, yeah, I've been talking with the base. But is actually anything else here? Yes. Only you have to get used to the map. Again. So much more energy in the air during the martial arts competition. It's like everybody sharing their youth with me. Could go a few more years like this. Jeez. Slurping out the youth also to people like... all of that. For what reason? She be rich. Oh, is that a piano? Is it? Yes. Not just a record either. Sounds like someone's playing inside. I feel like I've heard that melody somewhere before. I've got a bad feeling about this. Not much. I'm running around. Trying to get all the little conversation bits done. And we're debating a bit about, a Pyrrhic victory and what it means. If it has any meaning if you apply it to warfare. I would say not too much. Oh sure, it's Oliver. Well, I always forgot his talk of being a traveling musician was a bunch of hot air. It's actually pretty good. Guess he really wasn't kidding, eh? Yeah, kind of in shock. Oh, some applause. That was a little number I call Amber Amour. It was originally a simple interlude, an opera whose name doesn't matter. And choose it with the power of love and devotion. And I invite you all to tip your ears and drink deep of that power. Oh boy. I take it all back. He's just a weirdo. I feel all dirty for letting the song get to me. Nice to see you again, Olivia. What brings you to the royal city? Little resist the pull of this place. It drew me here as surely as the sirens for all the years are swept from the rivers to the sea. So here I stand, a raven-topped highness reunited with you at last. Oh, you're sure. Really haven't changed at all. Enough of you. I have to be subjected to this. Let's at least sit down for a minute. You know, smug and dandy. Totally oblivious to how tactless you are. My dear Stell, I've missed that obstinate irritability you so thoroughly embody. Jesus Christ. And you and Jerry are supposed to be going to Roland. When did you get here? About a month ago, I believe. We parted company. Chera and I spent a short yet blissful time in Roland, but alas, the overwhelming spirit of wanderlust that courses through my veins eventually got the better of me. It was all I could do to pull away from weeping darling Chera. Totally what happened. Protect her from being swept away to this blazing, dazzling wonder. What amazes me is that you can actually say that with a straight face. Betting that she drank you under the table every night until you finally decided to run off with your tail between your legs. Then you figured you'd try your luck at drinking with Aina, right? Ah, but you didn't know about Aina, did you, Olivia? One of Cheryl's closest friends. Perhaps the information does get the Roland branch. As far as drinking goes, she's the only person I've ever seen who could outdo Shera. Come now, dear Stell. Now I met this person you speak of, this Aina. Absolutely not. Might want to try that again, only this time without your voice cracking. Okay, Stell. Enough teasing. Sure, it was a very trying time for him. An affinity for spirits greater than even Shera. Hateful in abbreviation. Why dost thou arm thy darkest agents with smiles swallowing? Flashback much. Yeah, pain in the ass. Now begins the tale of Aina. Olivia's most tragic ballad. Chat. Indeed. Anyway, you come after completing your tour of the surrounding regions, I presume. I hope you've seen something of interest. Well, we've seen a lot of stuff. Not easy to just sum it up in a few words. Besides, I'm kind of looking for someone, so maybe we can catch up another time. Oh, might I inquire as to whom it is you wish to find? His name is here from the Calvert Republic to participate in the martial arts competition. You know he spends a good amount of time in the local bars. Maybe you've met him. Ah yes, I recall him. Large as a bear, with a disposition not to match, thankfully. I have borne witness to his countenance on several occasions, but alas, today has yet to bear any sign of him. In other words, he hasn't been to the bar yet. Also, he's at the Calvardian embassy then. And shall we proceed there at once? Just randomly joins you, doesn't give a shit. How is it a matter of course for you to come with us? Please don't be cruel. Beyond my uses as a traveling companion, I also wish to assist in the manhunt. Unless, of course, you two want to be alone. Ah, my, such an unsophisticated child. Supposed to be between 10 and 20% larger than mine. Particular fight. That's what's going to happen. Being able to justify continuing to include the absolute maximum number of men. When you blossom to your full potential, you shall be a woman to be reckoned with. Quite a desirable one, I wager. What are you trying to say? Well. Oh, what the... Charles, speak to me! Oh good, he's not waking up. I think he's dead. He's dead. No matter how angry someone makes you, you're not allowed to brain them, especially not in public. There's a whole flash. No impact. Didn't do any real damage. It seems that Just a very shy individual. Well, he doesn't seem to be hurt. Okay, let's go back to searching. We don't have time to mess around. Let's just go to the embassy. Okay, so she's mad at me. That's a good question, isn't it? Okay. Can I talk to the people in here? No, it isn't a prodigal musician. I mean, striking out with the woman again, I assume. What happened to him? Got kicked by a god or something. That can't surprise me like that. I almost choked on my whole full of spaghetti. No, I can't have that now. Can we? Okay. Don't mind her going to the arena or anything. But kill her to do a little housework. And how things were supposed to be. This isn't what we promised. Race matches were good, even for preliminaries. I've got to watch this all the way through though. I want to really get a feel for how things went. Was I in here already? Oh yeah, I was. Since I don't know where to go final, which is the embassy, we shall go and get this area first. Roko's going to hang out with Dorothy. She seems to have her hands full right now. Oh, no. It's a busy time for the press at least. Ah, there's a shark. I think he's rest after a hard day's work. But no, he's already out sniffing up the next scoop. Let that pale complexion and the end of cigarettes fool you. He's a wily one. You know, we ran the story on our society page. We honestly have no real proof that the Queen's fallen ill. Couldn't get our hands on anything conclusive. But that sounds more and more suspicious. We should even be going to the tournament right now. Oh. Oh, the tickets to the martial arts competition are crazy expensive. They usually discount them. Can't believe Duke Jenin is getting away with this. Yeah, them politicians, eh? Pain in the ass. The articles in the Devil News have been pretty tame as of late. Almost as just a parade of fluff pieces. No shock, no sensationalism. Goes against everything I love about liberalism. Meaninglessly was the headquarters and main office for the DBL News. Reporters and editors and such all come in here to eat and to take a break. That's a good business. How many Septine churches throughout the kingdom have stood for several hundreds of years? The Great Collapse throughout the countryside became a meaningful act, allowing pilgrims to better reflect on the teachings of the goddess. For me, it was also a chance to spend some time with my otherwise very busy wife. I don't think she had any epiphanies, but she did manage to get a lot of her beloved shopping done. I think she's pleased with the trip. Back to work again. First thing tomorrow. Martial arts competition and birthday celebration make this profit season. Profit season. I like profit season. The good old season of profits. A lot of packages from Wuhan left and the Grand still port. Thanks to Royal Army's anti-terror initiative, the ports are locked down. GM, stuck at home without a job. Just be a pain, I can imagine. Colonel Richard has been at the castle these past few days. Came at a report here from Leyston Fortress. Isn't he awesome? Smart, he's a good soldier, and he's popular. Yeah, I doubt that. Morgan lives in one of the houses here in Westbrook. Usually so busy he doesn't actually get a chance to go home. Pretty much ever. The exception is during the Queen's birthday celebration. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? One might wonder. Well, sounds like a bit of a stopping block in your way, that particular battle then. City becomes quite a lively place, has it not? Well, yeah, all of the tourists coming in, that would make any city pretty damn lively. I think the goddess for protection every day. How nice of you. Yeah, what could Sister Ellen possibly be doing all this time? She left for the Scenic Road and has yet to return. Redundant feels that the martial arts competition serves to bring passion to the people as a whole. Indeed, on one level it certainly does achieve that goal. Fair point. Okay, pretty much done with the wrong door. It is blocked in. First, the celebration was ever nearer. But for certain the master would be coming home. Perhaps his work is keeping him occupado. I wonder why he's decided not to participate in the tournament this year. Must be other, more pressing circumstances for him to attend. Talking about General Morgan, you probably do. Grandpa said he doesn't know if he can come home anytime soon. Well, that's kinda how it goes. It's how it goes, isn't it? Where's that one lady? Half of my excitement for the tournament is gone anyway. Her Majesty having fallen ill makes me worried. I do not like that skeevy Duke Jordan. He's been named the royal successor. Not one bit. Poor Colonel Richard too. Was to protect the jackanapes like him. Wow. As I said, monarchy, my friends. It has its disadvantages. Came back to the landing port to pick up the mail. The assay was completely surrounded by soldiers. I hear what's going on, and nobody seems to be offering any answers. Richard has been seen going in and out of the castle quite a lot as of late. Her Majesty probably been running him ragged. She is as sick as the rumors suggest. My husband has been so busy with his work and his hobbies, taking upon myself to do a bit of traveling. Yesterday I went to Rosa with my neighbor Marianne. Stroke. I hear that there's a group in the city who call themselves the Fisherman's Guild. Intriguing, no? Sounds right up my alley. When I have some free time, I think I'll go check it out. So, the Fisherman's Guild grows ever first. Their power will be unstoppable. Ding, ding, ding. I'm sorry, but your room is not yet ready, I'm afraid. Check-in time is 3 o'clock. We can leave the checking in for later then. For now, we should go fight Zin. Sounds like a plan. And from the shelves, there was nobody else here. Maybe we can cut this a bit shorter. And yeah, we're gonna go up and then to the east block. Which is truly an impressive individual. Thanks to his popularity, a large number of soldiers have requested transfers into the intelligence division. Oh, the preliminary is over. The settlement is comprised of team battles this year and a few rounds than in years past. Matches are now set to start in the afternoons too. Again, very different from years past. Change. Change is not always good. Well then, welcome back to the East Block again. Like we haven't been here already. Let's see what people have to say. Been a lot of Royal Army soldiers in town lately. It's because their airship is grounded and they are just bored. Yeah, you do that. I'll be around for a bit longer. Don't give that doggy what it deserves. Also, it's an amazing city. With a high terror alert, all these people have come out just to celebrate. I'd like to start my research. I really want to go see the sights. Decisions. Indeed. Decisions indeed. We will have a special assembly for visitors. With all the bustle of the martial arts competition and the birthday celebration, I'm afraid it's been called off. You ask. You don't even have to ask. I mean, why would actually show up to something like that today? I would. Probably. Using the fact that there's probably not going to be that many assholes around standing in my way. I find myself utterly fascinated by Professor Alba's studies. Yes, the theory that states that one of the septarians is called the Areole and is lost somewhere in the bell. Can you imagine? Well, I can. I can imagine many things. What's realistic, Dara, is a whole other story. And then, peek to the landing port again. The Cecilia, originally scheduled to arrive at noon, has only just now touched ground. The scheduling is fucked. That much is true. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. It's no wonder the airship business is in such dire straits. Sending them has been next to impossible lately. Some crazy special offers planned for the season, let me tell you. With everything that's happened, we had to cancel every one of our plans. A waste. Proposed passenger liners and the Royal Orbital ship Assay in port here. Royal Guardsmen have been using it though. It was seized by the army after the coup. It does not sound good, does it? So of the machinery seems fine. External list is... machinery checks out. Oil pressure is looking good, and that's it for me. Oh. Good for you then. Go out there, get a nice cold drink after a hard day's labor. Ding, ding, ding. Worried about Lieutenant Schwarz. There's no way she and the Royal Guardsmen would have ever staged a coup. The real problem if the Royal Guardsmen were to hijack one of our new model vessels. Sorry, but I'm not allowed to let anyone near this airship. If they were really worried about it, they would have more than one guard sitting there, I tell you that much. A bit of a you know. Telltale sign that not everything is as they tell you. There have been a lot of good matches this year, even the preliminaries. Good point. Fair point. But the Rhodian embassy are all very upscale, upstanding people, with one notable exception, of course. Every time he goes and causes trouble, the parties involved all come complaining to me. That sounds like a pain in the ass job you have there, my friend. Reserves, we can't go in there yet. And we're going to avoid the embassy for the moment. The thin guy looks like an immovable iron right out there. He's fighting alone. What the hell can you expect even from man? He looks ripped enough, but he's old. But I have the look to go with the skills. Watching the reads, I'm totally thinking that team of Bracers has this competition in the back. The Water Version team might be cheering for Lost. Can't believe General Morgan's not participating in this. They're seriously doing team battles this year. Always preferred one-on-one matches myself. Matter of taste, I suppose. First round of the competition will begin tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, no reserved seats, so please take the first available seat you find for the convenience of the other patrons. Okay. Their sections are all the more shocking when you consider the season. It's the Queen's birthday. You'd think that they'd show at least some respect, even if they're rebelling. It's not a very sensible statement, to put it mildly. I would say show respect if they're rebelling. I'm always on the airships. When I grow up, I wanna work on airships too. People are coming from all over to see the tournament. The airships must be packed. Having a vacation at times like this is almost more of a hassle than anything else. I hope the company's okay. You look tired from all that cheering. You know what'll freshen you up? Some ice cream. I mean, cold drink might do wonders too, but what can you say? I assume there's supposed to be somebody running around this building. I have to stop doing that at the moment. No, they don't. City sure is full of life today, no? Yes, yes. Very much true. I go get some food before it gets crowded around here. And there's another day of my life completely wasted. Just don't want to do anything anymore. All I want to do is stay home and waste my time. That's an option. A long time since I last came to the capital. I want to soak in it slowly. The tournament starts, the streets get so crowded. Should I just buy everything I need in bulk now, or come back again later? You know the gold rules of making tea, don't you? They vary by region, but I've got 6 of them I've taken to heart. They're the reason that the teas I sell are so delicious. My sister's ignoring me. I kind of miss her. I mean, little miss, know it all. Yeah, she's cold, man, cold as ice. That means she has to suck at selling tea, right? I mean, you both suck at selling tea because you're not actually selling me tea, but none of us. Orphanage in Ruin has had it rough. I mean, the mayor got arrested, the main building burns to the ground, but they are using donations and indemnities to fund the construction of new building. We're all staying at my inn right now. They're rowdy little buggers, let me tell ya. Hope they finish building the new orphanage soon. I'm gonna buy presents for all of my friends today. Yay! Little happiness. Everything in the store. From souvenirs to essentials to near unmentionables, perhaps. We know goes marketplace, but we're also no slouch when it comes to stocking our shelves with only the best. Yes. Where we sell some of the hottest, most fashionable accessories and items. If you see something you'd like, just give me a holler. Oh, this is nice. Okay, I talked to everyone again, so we're going to go and talk with the embassy guy. This is the embassy for the Cultural Republic. What's your business here? We are looking for a person named Zin. May we see, please? Oh, you're here to see Zin, are you? I actually met the man. First time I did, I almost peed myself. I was like, holy crap, he ain't a man. He's a grizzly. He's a pretty big fella, that's for sure. He's really friendly once we start talking with him. He even gave me a meat bun. I told him I was hungry during my shift one day. Yeah, he's the kind of guy you can really count on. Like a big brother. Indeed. May we see him? Oh yes, sorry. Actually stopped out again shortly after returning. Said he had some business to take care of. Another place to meditate and prepare for the tournament or some such thing. Meditate, huh? Man, he's not kidding around. Where do you think such a place might be found? Well, when he left here, he was headed for the urban scenic road. Road First Pass has a feeling to it, not unlike a park. And it being monster infested makes for a good training ground. Scenic road. Okay, got it. Come on, Estelle. Let's go fight him. Need you what you need. Come on, if you're going to the scenic road, there's one thing you need to know. A place nearby called the Erbe Royal Villa. Oh, we heard about that place. Soon you're going to tell us that it's been commandeered for the anti-terror division, so it's totally locked down? Good guess. They can raise quite a ruckus over there. It's your bags. But they get just avoid it altogether. Oh, so they're strict. Check starting to get reload. Avoidance sounds good. Thank you for the information. Now we know where that is. And I guess we have to now actually go through the gates too. Kinda like to finish this particular part up already. And hey, at least we don't have any NPCs with us that would stand in the way. God bless that, at the very least. Because what a royal pain that would be. And then we're just going to quickly run all the way down. Ba-da-bam, ba-da-bam, ba-da-bam. Going to the gate and go like, hello guards, it is I. Again. You've shown nice conversation. Oh, man, I'm still tired from all those anti-terrorist drills we did before. Times are tough, I gotta pull it together. If the terrorists were dressed as royal guardsmen. What if they really were royal guardsmen who vanished into the castle somewhere? We have to take on the royal guard. It will not end pretty for us. That's why they had a royal guard. Just recently I saw a person from the Republic near Gransel. He was a mountain of a man. Said he'd come to train for the martial arts competition. I met Colonel Richard in person myself. Everything I've read about him in the legal news has really made me a fan. Also got such a clear-cut opinion on the issues. Doesn't he? The day this guy came in, he was as big as a beer. Couldn't believe how much food he ate. If it comes to guys like that, I have no problems with. I love to watch customers who enjoy my cooking. Pride myself on my menu. It's about the only thing I've got. Yeah. The only day this guy comes in and just puts it away. So impressed with how much he could eat, I ended up giving him a discount. And the pot of meat, yeah, I have the recipe for the pot of meat. Always a nice thing to check again. I mean, there's this gate and then there's the other gate. Weather looks good today. Your sheets ought to dry nicely. I dry best up on the yarn and rock wall, but she would have my head. I can't use our fucking fortifications as a fucking drying line for your clothing. But intelligence opened a full-scale investigation at Zeiss. When Richard is involved, we'll definitely catch the culprits. Maybe you won't. I'm just gonna take an educated guess and be like, maybe you won't. Maybe those culprits are, you know, somewhere else. Maybe. Oh shit. Almost misclicked there. Being on guard duty all the time wears you out. My shoulders are so stiff. Nobody said it's a nice job. Then again, amongst the many duties one can have, it's amongst the easiest. Just like, okay, you stand here and keep watch. Okay. Pain in the ass to do, mind you. Gives you some very much stiff shoulders, amongst other things. Also gives you a nice case of water most of the time. Okay, now we go to the other one. I think Zin is in one of the little park areas, basically. Here be a scenic road. I like the paved road through the forest. Neat stuff. Imagine that grand slides have come here to stretch out and relax for a long time. Just how long it's been here. I guess I could. It should come as no surprise that the Queensland is so gorgeous. I can't help feeling like we've got monsters lurking around. Nicely done. The monsters here seem to be stronger than those we fought on the way here. Here to look for Zin, but don't let your guard down. She says after we've already been here. And went through this area. We go through the other area. Quickly. In this, you fucking mongoloid. Joshua. You're the one who's supposed to be precise at hitting things. It wasn't this one, that's good to know. I think it's actually this one. Okay, first comes the gate. Always good to talk your way through this. Locked. No surprise there. And you're back to the Royal Avenue. Now then, we go this, like this, bram, 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 bram. And we're at the gate again. See? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, basically. Central Factory being attacked is no laughing matter. Not to mention, we just barely dealt with the incidents in Boza and Rugal. Seems that even General Morgan finally made a move regarding anti-terrorist measures. Colonel Richard and General Morgan at the forefront. It's only a matter of time before these incidents are resolved. You would think so. You would think so indeed. But some members of the Royal Guard during training, I must say, are indeed worthy of the title of those who protect Her Majesty. I just can't believe that they had anything to do with the terrorist incident. It reports that the Royal Guard was involved in a terrorist incident. There's also been rumored that the terrorists have been dressing up like the Royal Guard and races to boot. I was telling the truth. Really like to receive some accurate information ASAP. Fair point. Fair point indeed. Passing through this gate are not nearly as great a number as those passing through the Sanctum Gate on the other side. We do see a small spike in numbers for events like the Queen's birthday celebration, martial arts competition and so on. Pretty obvious. As a woman, I really look up to Julia Schwartz of the Royal Guard. She's cool, well-mannered and incredibly strong. Yet that she trained with the sword under some Cassius fellow. You might say. Cassius, we say. And then we've got those acts of terrorism by the Royal Guard. It's unbelievable. Sure, the Royal City is probably crazy at the moment. Crazy if you just go by the fucking amount of people around. Tell you that much. I don't think there's actually anyone here. If memory serves, of course there's somebody here. I haven't seen any of the Royal Guard in the area. I could say that things here are pretty peaceful at the moment. I'm sure those standing guards in the Royal City are under a lot of pressure right now. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yes. Throop. Not that long ago, an airliner passed through the airspace above here. Looks like it was inspected for terrorists, but I guess the flight resumed course. So far, so good. Probably not a bad idea that we are traveling everywhere on foot. After all, the intelligence division seems to be rather busy checking everything, quite literally. And then let's meet up with Zin then. For that, actually, I would like to see how the fuck or where the fuck do I end up if I go to Rancel from here. Will I end up here? Yes, yes. Good. Because technically speaking, there's only one entrance into the Rancel city proper. Like maybe I missed something, but no. Okay, let's check this area. Anything? That's not going anything here because that's blocked off. And there we go. I think it's actually down there. Memory source. Not enough to kill it, eh? No, it's enough to kill it. Oh, that took quite a while then. We finished. Oh, look at that, a stream movement. You get that right. Came from over there. Let's go. Yay! Help me! Someone please help me! Getting attacked by bees! Sister, you're right. Stay back, it's too dangerous. Is it? Just 3 bees. I mean, those bees are a pain in the ass to deal with. Especially if you have a fucking, thing inside. Is it a whole footage taken for the 24-hour recap or something instead of just a summary of what we saw? Biggest waste of time before finding footage. It really doesn't sound that, how to put it mildly, interesting, to put it mildly, but alas. Well, what can you say? Victory at last. Phew, that was pretty tough. Are you okay, sister? Yes, thank you. Who are you? I was the Bracer Guild. We heard your stream while we were looking for someone. I see. Are you okay? You don't look okay. You get hurt? No, thanks to you, I'm fine. I'm Sister Ellen. I perform my duties at Gransel Cathedral. Thank you so much for your help. Yeah, neat fingers. How's that though? Why is a clergy woman doing so far from Gransel without escort? No one accompany you? No, I came alone. Actually, we ran out of medical herbs for mixing at the cathedral, which I was also out of stock, so I came here to pick some. It was seriously risky. There are monsters everywhere. It was not always so. I used to be none to speak of. Seems I knows have greatly increased in recent days. Yeah. I got these things. More of them. I would point out that last I heard Kronos had to, you know, go and bathe a dog, so I don't know if he's back yet. He might be shouting into the void, little strategy mama. With this many might be a problem. Need at least get the sister to safety. Oh, he did. Beb. Then, I think I guess you're here. Yeah, I was wondering who it was, and here it turns out to be you guys. Why don't we safely chit-chat until we've dealt with the guests? Right? Go what it is. He's probably gonna be back reasonably soonish, so if you wait just for a minute or two, you'll probably see him again. I can actually play you now. Go in there, be my sacrifice. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage you can do, a lot of damage you can take. So yes, pull them all in, nice and easy. Run away, sister! Run away! Okay, it's not going that well for you, Shredder. He's taking some damage. Not in a good way. The good thing is we have White Gehenna, and White Gehenna is a very nice, large area spell. That's some powerful damages. And has all the range that you would ever want to have. Okay, yeah, he's level 33, so he's just mildly ahead of us. 4 levels. Not that much, honestly. Man, oh man, worked up quite a sweat on that one. He says. He's lying. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to see you guys here. You have business in Zeiss. We handled that ages ago. Actually, we transferred from the Zeiss branch to Grand Cell. Ah, I see. It mean that you managed to solve that kidnapping case. Well done. What's the redhead who got poisoned? Oh, he's fine now. Oh, pardon my rudeness. Oh. Hey, who's the pretty lady? Two of you? She's single? What? I don't know, we only just met her. Your mouths are open, guys. You want me to tell Kilika about this? I'm just making an objective observation. What does Kilika have to do with this anyway? I truly appreciate you all coming to my assistance. It saved my life. No, please, think nothing of it. Just doing what comes naturally for a chivalrous man. Oh my. Oh please, he's a total sucker for a pretty face, isn't he? So it appears. You there, what are you doing? What? Now 4 people in an otherwise deserted area, discussing what appears to be a confidential topic. Highly suspicious behavior. I think you're terrorists. Oh, you're calling a terrorist if anyone's acting suspicious here. With the Bracer Guild, Lancer Branch, came to the aid of the sister here who was under attack by some monsters. Racist. The gentleman speaks the truth. I came here to gather herbs, and those creatures attacked me. And on a related note, I'm also a racer. I'll be facing your buddies in the ring later. Kabaddi martial arts. Ah, you're the guy in the martial arts competition that fights solo, right? You definitely got the muscles of a prize fighter. But if you be, just this once. The Upper Royal Villa is close by. Wanderers and sightseers are not welcome. Also, sister. I think you should escort you back to Ransom now. Already been enough trouble as it is, from what I can see. But I... to laugh off. I've been nothing but obnoxious from the moment you started talking. Still, shush. Becca, avoid the Royal Villa, sirs. I have apologies for any inconvenience we've caused. Very well. Which, however, I would advise you to know your place. Hanging up the wrong people can be hazardous. Come on, sister, let's go. Alright. Thank you again for your help. Well, they're a nice bunch of people, aren't they? Who the hell do you think they are? Special Ops soldiers, affiliated with the Royal Army's Intelligence Division. They're skillful, to be sure, but their strongest suit is their sneakiness. He was the diplomatic one in this group. Well, Estelle is most definitely many things. Diplomatic, not so much. But hey. That's just how she is. We can't all be master diplomats. So your skill is more along the lines of, you know, keeping a cool head in any sort of situation. Kinda helps. I only see it if you ask me. Wait a second. How do you know them? I ran into their team at the martial arts competition. I was introduced to them then. They're actually fighting? Not sure what some spy types be doing participating in something as public as a tournament. Guess I didn't feel it necessary to conceal their identities. Well, we should get back to the city before they decide the date to just a fight. Right, what brings you two here anyway? Yeah, gee, we were looking for you. Huh? Why's that? We had a favor we needed to ask about that martial arts competition. Indeed. So that's how it is, eh? Tell me something though. Why do you want to take part in the tournament? Well, I've been kinda itching to do something like this ever since I caught those preliminary matches. No, really throw down with some tough opponents. Traveling all over the kingdom to help prepare us to become full-fledged racers. It would be a perfect opportunity to test ourselves, see if our training has paid off. Right, let's do it. I can get you registered tomorrow, before the tourney begins, so no worries on that score. Ooh, hey, are you sure you're okay with giving us an answer so quickly? Hey, probably give me a chance to see just how skilled you are. Just watch my back. Roger that. Thank you, Sid. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. I appreciate it. It's no bother. I've been planning to enter as a solo competitor. I suppose that having some help could improve my chances of overall victory. Naturally, once I'm in the ring, get championships in the back. There's still one person short of the requirement though. We have to face 4-person teams, one more would give us the best possible odds. Alright, Hey, I bet we could beat them without a fourth. If you really want to come out on top, you have to be prepared. Battle is waged well before the first blow is struck. Oh yeah, I guess. Have a share over here with us. That'd keep my spirits up. Hey, I suppose we could ask Elna to try getting in touch with her enrollment. I think she's kind of busy at the moment. Zed's not there, and we are not there. That bench is pretty short-handed. Yeah, that's true. There's someone who can partner with us. Oh, that's you're asking? I was thinking you might never see your way clear to asking. Help? The obvious answer. Enter the pervert. Stage left. I told you were hiding out upstairs. You're listening in on our conversation. Indeed, made every tragic syllable. Therefore, it seemed the appropriate time to make an appearance. Like, yeah, I'm gonna join your team now. Hey, who asked you to sit down? That's the one who was playing the piano before, wasn't he? You know him. The place now of can't get rid of, and that about covers it. And we haven't even known him for that long either. And he called me Olivier Lenheim, the wandering minstrel from Erebonia. It was Delniosha's pleasure to make my acquaintance on an earlier case. But since we seem to keep running into each other. I'm trying to trick him, then can't listen to him. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but there's no harm in introductions, I suppose. Lin Vasek, racer from Calvat, and perpetual traveler of the paths of Wushu. Enjoyed your piano playing. Do me great honor, good sir. I have also heard tales of your prowess in the preliminary matches. Tell me, did you truly defeat a team of 4 entirely on your own? All I can say is that I had the good fortune of them all being ranked amateurs. What does a wandering minstrel, as you say, want with us? Wait, hold it. Olivia, I'd like for you to verify something for me. Any chance do you have a lot of spare time on your hands? And you say that I haven't changed, good Joshua. You have a one for the pointed questions. It's been nearly a month since I came to Grancel. I've traveled the length and breadth of the city, joining all the sides. Except the castle. Those Bosch soldiers would not allow me to pass. For certain, there are other places that I'd like to visit, but I could not bear to leave with the birthday celebration so close. In other words, you're bored. Now, just the talk of being a man short that I happen to overhear, I've heard that the winner of this competition will be invited to an extravagant dinner party. Surely this can only be divine providence. Yeah, pretty much what we figured you were thinking. I had in fact wondered if you might invite me to join you in this tournament. Okay with that. Ethan, it's not that simple. I mean, you don't even know if he's any good in a fight. His specialty is auto firearms, right? I think the team would be pretty well served by a broad range of tactics. But, oh my, that is a surprise. I presume you could tell from my walk and the musculature of my shoulders. That and the way your eyes move. Afterwards, the swordsmen each have distinct ways they track their surroundings. You track for a specific point on any possible target. Basic of someone who's familiar with small arms. That's awesome. I see, it certainly makes sense. Have to be more careful in the future then. Your eyes do pass muster for the participating in the tournament with you. I think so. Welcome aboard. Not sure I like this. Thank you for your assistance, Olivia. Yep, he rejoined, as you would expect. Can't get rid of the Olivia. He's too annoying for that. I think I'm gonna burst. If those guys are actually drinking after me like that, must fill up from the legs. Alden's got the constitution for it, and Dory is just kind of a glutton. If it doesn't interfere with Sin's performance in the tournament tomorrow, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I guess worrying about it won't do any good. I'm gonna go to the hotel on the North Block. The room should be ready by now. Well, we managed to finish the first day. Good evening, welcome to the Hotel Rowenbau. We're looking to stay for the night. Yes, we have to brace again. We were told that a room would be ready for us. Can you please confirm that? Ah, so that was for you too. Yes, we do have a reservation for both of you. Oh, that's a relief. I have to say thanks to Elnan. Still in Joshua, correct? I'm sorry to ask, but may I please see your identification as bracers? Just a second. Reach out to clerk the bracer notebook. Yes, that will be fine. This is for you. Received, room 22 key. Just take the stairs up and it'll be on your left. If you have need of anything, please contact the front. Can I just walk out again? Really too late to go outside now. I have the match tomorrow, so why don't we just take advantage of the chance to rest? Yeah, you're probably right. I kinda figured they wouldn't just let me go out, and since now it's evening, probably the people, yeah. Will let me know so no. It's pretty well today. Can't wait for tomorrow. Speak myself force I did. But you can't even hear this. Oh no, I can. You know my sister. She broke up with her boyfriend or some junk. Seriously? No way. But isn't it better like that or something? He was kind of a jerk. Comes up the stairs. Blink. this is my first time here. Aren't these rooms amazing? I have to say, I prefer my brother's hotel to this one. Just so hard to relax amidst all this luxury. A bit of a matter of taste, I would say. I'm looking forward to seeing the city tonight with him. It sounds so romantic. We're going out to look at the city skyline. Night is young. Some it might be. Some it might be indeed. And I guess this is where we're supposed to be staying for the night. How late is it? Reasonably late. And I'm probably going to cut it here because now I have some... excuse me, numbers to go off, so that I can actually determine how much a round trip around the city takes in order to continue with my move, talking with all of the little NPCs, follow their little stories along. It's okay-ish. It's longer than it was in any of the previous chapters, I can tell you that much. And, if we want to finish like this, I probably need to make a nice little guesstimate as to how many episodes that will cost at an enhanced length. But oh well. It's a start. I think you might be able to do this, as I usually do for this series. This will probably be a bit of a focus for at least the next week in, you know, hour-long formats, so you can get bit by bit done. And once this project is finished, before we start the second game in the series, because there is a second and a third one, mind you. But since the second one is even bigger, especially if it comes consider conversation, I'll probably take a break in between. There are two other projects I would like to get started. So, you know, just that. There will be something else for a while, is what I'm saying. Nice and easily, basically. But yeah, now I will do some math and then I will probably go to bed. Take some extra sleepies into the new week, because the new week is gonna be a long one again. Just because my partner is still sick. That's the second week now. That's gonna be fun, I can tell you that much already. Yeah, for the moment I shall bid you adieu. Have a good one and all of that, and let me see. Who do we have on the left side? We have, starting with the little druid life. Okay, my very nice of him. Little Swedish druid. Thank you very much. Next we had the Kronos, and next the strategy member. Because of course people we don't need to talk much about, because well, they're well-known faces, after all. And that's very much appreciated, of course, that they take time out of their schedule to drop by, mind you. That's everyone I see on the left side. On the right side, the YouTube side, I see none, which makes this a rather short ordeal. As for everybody else on the more lurking side of things, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed, and well, I do hope to see you all again soon, as in, well, tomorrow. And, well, we'll go from there. I'll make some planning for the coming week under the, assuming the worst circumstances. For the moment, that should help. And the rest we can basically talk about then. I do expect, however, to see this game quite a bit next week, mostly because I kind of want to make the progress so we can actually finish it up reasonably quickly. So we can open up a bit of a time slot for some other things. There are plans in the making, at the very least. Now then, once again, have a good one.